Tonight represents a special night in Bandwagon history. This is Chuck Pasek's retirement show, and since 1961, Chuck has hosted over 1,700 Bandwagon shows and has rarely missed a program. Every Saturday evening, over 25,000 viewers tune in to hear old-time music from great bands, watch the dancers, and hear Chuck introduce songs and banter back and forth with Dick Ginn, the band leaders, and the dancers. Chuck and Bandwagon has been featured in numerous articles and stories throughout the years, and in 1994 was inducted into the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame. Many words can describe Chuck, but maybe the most appropriate is loyalty. Over the years, Chuck has been extremely loyal to the program and its music. He absolutely loves doing this show and has proven it by being here for 33 years. And so tonight, Chuck, on behalf of KEYC Television and our entire staff, the sponsors, the bands, viewers and dancers, thank you for your commitment to Bandwagon. We will miss you, and we wish you well. And I must add that Chuck has agreed to come up and visit us from time to time, too, on Bandwagon. We have this star that we would like to present to you, and we think it very appropriate. And let me read the inscription on it for you. Presented to Chuck Pasek, a star for 34 years, KEYC Television, April 17th, 1995. Charlie, we thank you for your dedication and loyalty to the station and to Bandwagon, and we wish you well.
Well, it's been a great thrill working for this organization. It's been a great thrill to be with the Bandwagon, and I want to thank everybody here at the station, at the transmitter. Anybody who touches us at all is bound to be improved. And I want to thank you for one of the splendid things you've done, and I look forward to visiting with you in the near future.
Thanks, Chuck. We appreciate it very much. And now stay tuned for this special one-hour retirement Bandwagon.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bandwagon program, a very special program this evening, and as it is a tribute to Chuck Pasek. He's been the host for 33 plus years, and so many people have shown up for this special broadcast at the Cato Ballroom in Mankato. It's an hour long. We have Lester Shupton, the Country Dutchman, with us, as well as many musicians on stage. Let's get to our next selection, the Guido Polka, and the roll-up is coming up as well.
you folks to know that we broke Tom in just right tonight. The first one on the air. You did a great job.
Well, I am very pleased to be here. It is such an honor. A little bit nervous, but by goodness, we're having
I'm going
fun.
to tell you his full name again, Tom Getzinger from the New Prague area. And I'll tell you how excited he was to be on this show tonight. As you notice, he never let me say one word last time. Good job.
We're just having too much fun with it. And such a great crowd here at the Cato Ballroom to say farewell and so long to Chuck Pasek. I mean, such a great tribute.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. It's a good thing there's two of us here. There probably should be three, because to fill his shoes is not going to be an easy task. But I can tell you folks one thing. We're going to give it every effort we got and the best shot we got for the rest, I hope, another 35 years, and then you can do that to me.
You can sign us up.
I don't
for
think
it.
I've ever been to the ballroom here where it's been this packed. Have you?
No. I've as a matter of fact, I've never been to the Cato, but I can tell you, this is a packed crowd, and I would imagine it's one of the bigger crowds that they've ever had.
Well, what do you say we get in the next song? Whose turn is it to introduce this one?
I think it's yours.
All right, let's go with the Eddie's Waltz. I'll tell you, people are really having a great time tonight, Tom.
Marvelous.
It's overwhelming, that's for sure.
Most definitely.
And we want to bring in Lester Schuft. Lester Schuft, you know what, Lester? We're going to have a special occasion for you alone, only because we have so many things going tonight. You're a 100th appearance on Bandwagon, Tom.
That is marvelous, Les.
That's amazing.
Such a great crowd here tonight to come and pay tribute to Chuck, and you know they're paying tribute to you as well.
I don't think I've ever in my life seen. I've played a lot of things in my life. I even played one U.S. presidential dance at the time when Hubert Humphrey ran for president, which I thought was big. But I have to say, goodness sakes, this is overwhelming. I don't know what to say.
You know, the other thing is how everybody came together tonight. If you look at the stage, and after a while, that camera will scan the stage here, and all the musicians, all the band leaders that are here, there's got to be 20 of them, I bet you, for sure.
I think that's probably one of the greatest tributes to Chuck, is having all these people turn out and all the musicians equally as well to come out and participate at this event. I have never seen anything like it. I really have not. This is just, the man deserves every bit of this, and certainly it's here and it's being awarded to him.
Well, thanks very much, Lester, and I'll tell you what, we will have something for you one of these days when you come back on the show with us, and then we're going to talk about your 101st. But tonight we'll do it for Charlie. Was that all right?
I tell you, thank you so very much for having us on here. I'm so happy to have these musicians with me. This is the reward of my life, to put this big a band together. I've never had anything like this. I've had mass bands, but never anything like this.
This one takes the cake, doesn't it, so to speak?
You know, Dick knows I'm usually not lost for words, but tonight I'm just about lost.
Okay, I'll tell you what, don't go away. We're going to be right back. Remember, we got a lot of time left. We'll be right back.
Independent Investment Securities Incorporated, the local investment firm that brings you over 50 years of combined investment experience. Stocks, government and tax-free bonds, retirement planning, and no-load mutual funds. Professional Investment Management Services by John Thomas, Jack Durgans, Phil Dudinsky, and Angela Oman at 345-6116 or 1-800-770-0312. 101 North 2nd Street, Suite 100, Mankato. Sponsored by Voyager Funds and Realty Capital.
Bandwagon program, a very, very special Bandwagon program this evening as we are live from the Cato Ballroom. It is the farewell to Chuck Pasek. I again and Tom Getzinger, Lester Schift and the Country Dutchman is our band this evening, and as you could notice, we have a lot of special guests, that is for sure, and we want to remind you it's an hour-long Bandwagon this evening, so stay with us for the entire hour. Let's get started with the Rainbow Valley Polka.
Great song. We've got just a couple of requests for each that we want to recognize tonight for the 45th wedding anniversary of Milton and Verla Ender of Nicollet, Minnesota. That's April 19th. That's from their family. And we've got one for Harold Winus of Medford, Minnesota, celebrating their 60th anniversary, April 24th. And that's from their family. You got a couple requests?
I've had a couple, you bet. Elsie Richter from New Prague celebrating birthday on April 18th. And also we want to say happy birthday to Ellen Mae Brazina, who is celebrating her birthday on the 18th as well. Again, Lester Schift and the Country Dutchman is along with us for the Bandwagon program tribute to Chuck Pasek. We've got a great crowd here at the Cato Ballroom. Let's get back to the music with the Waltz Time Waltz, and this is featuring David Cease on a concertina solo. nicely
tell you
done.
what, we're having a great time, aren't we?
It's a marvelous, marvelous time.
Say, we're supposed to do a little commercial here right now, and as much as everybody's smiling here tonight, it's just like at the garden centers, at the Randall stores, at Mankato and New Ulm. It makes you feel awful good growing those plants, flowers, trees, and shrubs, doing some landscaping and all that kind of thing. So not going to be very long. I know that weather's going to turn a little bit for us to the better. And maybe we can even talk Tom into growing a garden. God only knows.
Oh, God only knows.
But we'll try it if we can.
Most definitely.
If that'll work. But anyway, we're open in both of our stores right now, but the hours will continue to be a little bit longer. Fairly soon we'll see all kinds of other early plants and all those kinds of things coming in. So you can remember our garden centers at both Mankato and New Ulm. We'll be glad to take care of those spring needs.
And speaking of the garden center, it's a perfect lead into our next selection.
Ooh, okay.
Aren't you?
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
And nothing more than the Country Boy Polka.
And the Country Dutchman, along with many, many musical guests this evening on a very special hour-long Bandwagon program here on KEYC TV. It's a tribute to Chuck Pasek, and what a tribute it is, an hour-long program this evening. And we want to just keep the music going, that is for sure. As a matter of fact, we're going to go waltz time this particular time with our musical guests, and it is the Aunties Waltz. Very, very nicely done. Music from Lester Schuft to the Country Dutchman on this very special Bandwagon program. Now, normally we'd be saying goodnight, but this is not a normal program. This is a tribute to Chuck Pasek. We've got another half hour yet to go. Keep your TV dial tuned right here, and we'll be right back after this break.
Norwest banks have traditionally served people in south central Minnesota for many years. We invite our friends in New Ulm to take advantage of the products and services Norwest has to offer. Stop by the Norwest Bank in New Ulm and let the officers and staff tell you about their checking and savings accounts, CDs, agriculture and business loans, and the various investment opportunities available to you.
We've been Norwest Bank customers for a good many years.
We invite you to bank along with us at Norwest Bank in New Ulm.
You've worked hard all your life, and now is the time to relax and enjoy. Amberfield Place, an exceptional residential community for seniors. There's never a lawn to mow or driveway to shovel, just time to do the things you've dreamed of doing. Amberfield Place offers independent living with access to quality services. Be social, be private, you set your own schedule. Enjoy the lifestyle you've worked so hard for. Amberfield Place, it's a choice move. Call now for your private tour in your own hometown.
Tom said we'd be right back, so here we are with a Helena Polka.
It's getting warm in here.
Oh, boy.
Getting warm?
I'm getting a little bit warm.
I'll tell you, I got a couple requests here as well. We got Dan Metler. He's got an April 6th birthday. Gwen Runk, she's got a birthday on March 31st. Kim Metler, 40th birthday. April 21st, we got an anniversary for Mr. and Mrs. Lyle Pedersen. April 21st, and a special request for Dane and Junie Metler. And I want to say hi to Stan Red Hafner. He was a bread guy for ours years ago. For about 12 years, he's been retired. Stops at our stores and talks to us all the time.
Marvelous. I have a few requests to pass along as well. Erna Mecklenburg celebrating her 91st birthday on April 24th. Erna, happy birthday to you. Robert Schumacher from the Milconi area celebrating a birthday on April 28th, and so is Albert Hoyer, who is in the dancing crowd this evening, enjoying the fun time that we're having at the Cato Ballroom with Lester Schuft and the Country Dutchman and musical guests. And we've got another great selection coming up. It is the Swiss Boy Waltz.
another great one. Say, I want to talk about a guy that we've had around here a long time. And, hey. You know, I want, take a look over here.
Yep.
I want everybody to know this is Chuck Pasek's mailman. What are you doing here tonight?
Well, I have a special delivery for Bandwagon just for tonight.
Right now?
Right now. You have to read it right now.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay, we can do it.
Hold that.
All right. Special delivery. It's amazing. From his own personal mailman, and it being tax night, the night this being recorded, I'm surprised that we got a mail person to come.
What that means. Oh, you know what?
One thing, Dick.
Yes.
Chuck and Arlene have been wonderful to me all these years, and they don't have a dog.
Ah, you heard it right from the guy himself. Say, this was, you know, we did get a little nervous about this whole show
Right.
tonight. So what I did, I sent this to us so we wouldn't forget something.
Not a bad idea.
Great, it just says, just so I don't forget.
Uh-huh.
Now that I'm over 50, I have that privilege. And say, I want to tell you something. For 33 years, we look at Bandwagon, that Chuck's been on here for 33 years or more.
Amazing.
We take that times 52 weeks, times 30 minutes. And you quick people with a calculator or your math minds can come up with that. We're talking about 1,716 shows. We're talking about 51,480 minutes.
My goodness.
Of primetime television.
Isn't
that
that
equals down to about 858 hours. Chuck Pasek is saying, welcome to Bandwagon.
Isn't that just tremendous?
That is amazing.
That is
absolutely amazing.
That is some great statistics there.
Most another guy we got here tonight. I want to talk about him just a minute. Ray Stolzenberg.
Sure.
Ray Stolzenberg is celebrating Easter Monday, which is today, 62 years of the music business. And he's
Marvelous.
Unbelievable.
Ray Stolzenberg.
And Ray Stolzenberg was on the show in the early years when you and I were, I don't know what, but at any rate, he played when Earl Lamont was the first DJ on the show. He was on here, and he's here tonight, as well as a lot of other band leaders that are here.
Most definitely.
Okay, what do we do here? Is it my turn to do this, I guess? I think so.
You bet.
How about the Ellen Polka?
A good one.
these concertinas are doing absolutely a fantastic job. I want to introduce right now Bob Madsen, the sales manager at KEYC TV, and as he got something going, absolutely superb.
In Chuck Pasek's honor, and we will be selling these through KEYC television or at any Randall store in Mankato and in New Ulm. So we have a hat, we have a sweatshirt, we have a beautiful, beautiful windbreaker, and we have a patch that you can put on along with the bandana. So we have a whole line of new clothes in Chuck Pasek's honor.
Well, this has got the 35th year too, right?
This says Bandwagon. The new logo, by the way, says 35th anniversary of Bandwagon, televised on KEYC TV since 1960, and that's going to be a record breaker.
You're going to see me wearing them.
Over 1,700 television shows, more than any other show in the state of Minnesota, and we had to put some clothes out to honor that.
Well,
so,
35th year, it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. I want to congratulate you, Dick Ginn, on hosting the show along with Tom on behalf of KEYC TV, and I tell you what, we're happy to have you on board. Yep, thank you very much. And I'm going to turn the gavel back to you guys. All right.
Thank you, Bob. I know you're going to be looking for these at both of our stores at Mankato and New Ulm. We'll have them for you because we'll be wearing them out in the country. I'm going to give you this microphone.
It is a very special evening, an hour-long Bandwagon program from the Cato Ballroom. So many people have joined us, and we're having a great time. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned for the final portions of the program.
Your home is your most valuable possession, so naturally you want to protect it from damaging water runoff with quality gutters and downspouts like the ones ABC Seamless installs. These gutters are custom manufactured on the job site. Properly installed gutters from ABC Seamless can prevent basement flooding and landscaping problems caused by damaging water runoff. Remember, for lasting protection and beauty for your most valuable asset, call ABC Seamless.
Call Schmidt Siding and Window Company, Mankato.
Lester Schuft of the Country Dutchman, and a whole bunch of musical guests on this very special bandwagon program from the Cato Ballroom. Have a few requests that we want to pass along. Birthdays on the 17th. Ellsworth Wittenberg of Gibbons celebrating a birthday, and Claire Ingebretson a birthday as well. Let's get back to the music. We have some polka time this evening. It's the Be Mine Polka. Than you can possibly imagine on this great bandwagon program, Dick. What a fun one.
Boy, it sure is, and the people are having a great time as we are. You know, the upcoming bands coming into our stage at the KEYC studios. Now, you know, it's not like this every week.
Well, I wish it would be, but I know. I've been to a normal taping, and that's a lot of fun, too.
And we pack that studio most of the time. I want to make sure that everybody knows next week the Jolly Ramblers will be there. The following week, Roger Passer, and then for the first time, Twin Lakes Trio. Now, you know something about those guys.
Yeah, very interesting, the Twin Lakes Trio. That's a group of high school students that go to Montgomery Lonsdale High School, and they play some very good old-time music. And I'll tell you what, if we can promote a young band like that in old time, we will definitely do it.
I'll tell you one thing, I see a lot of youngsters around here tonight. In fact, we had a little guy on stage here. I just about tripped over and didn't even see him up here, so everybody likes old time.
Most definitely, they certainly do. And we are enjoying some of the best old-time music you're going to ever hear this evening. Again, Lester Schuft and the Country Dutchman, their 100th appearance today, and Lester was so kind to have all of these musicians join him, and it's really added up to be a great evening of old-time music. And we got a nice waltz for you now. It's the Lights Out Waltz.
I just took count on the stage, and I know there's about 16 band leaders up here, and there's a few more standing around. Elmer Scheid, Ray Stolzenberg. I just saw Ivan Kale. He just came up on stage here, but boy, thanks to all these performers, and I hope you guys get a good close-up. You know, it's a little difficult tonight. We don't have quite the communication we'd like to with our camera people, but I want you guys to really scan this great bunch of musicians up here, and I'll tell you what, that's good. Probably in our case, it's going to be 3/4 of the show. You might be a quarter. What does that leave me? Do the advertisement? I'll take that. That's all right. But anyway, what a great bunch of people, and I'm honored.
Oh, I am honored as well. And you know, this is a Bandwagon first being on for an hour. Is this also the first having this many people on a Bandwagon stage?
I think coming together, all these band leaders, yep, and what a better, you couldn't ask for a nicer evening for Mr. Pasek, Mr. Bandwagon, my close personal friend, and Chuck, I really mean that. He's in the crowd here, folks, and they won't let him get up on stage. He's been shaking hands the whole darn night, and I don't know how in the world he's ever gonna sleep tonight, but he'll try. I'm sure he'll probably be wore out.
Such a great tribute, that is for sure. And I know that Chuck enjoys the Redhead Polka, and that's what we have coming up next.
Redhead Polka, right. Bum. Say, that was great again with that Redhead Polka. I want to remind you of a couple of things. Most of these musicians up here, I guess every darn one of them, every one of them have tapes at our store. If you'd like a copy of our band list, our list of all our tapes, cassettes, and videos from that these musicians have, and they're all great, you can send a note to our store at New Ulm, and they'll put that address on the screen. We'll be glad to send you on an updated list. I know we get some new tapes all the time. You're a DJ, you get new tapes all the time.
And as a person that speaks with polka people, they rave about the selection that you have in New Ulm, so congratulations.
Well, I appreciate that. I didn't know you heard about that over there, but we do get a lot of mail from all over the country because we advertise it pretty heavy, and we're glad to accommodate anything we can in regard to any of the bands. If we can help you out, we're glad to do that, and I know Tom has access to a lot of that. And being so heavily involved, say one thing. You are involved in that all-you-can-eat band, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. You want to...
that's going to be another show. We're going to talk about that. I think so. Everything that we've said about Chuck Pasek, the presentation that he's gotten from the people at KEYC, Denny Wallstrom in particular, from the owners. I know they can't say enough thank yous to you all. They're very much overwhelmed. They're back at the table over here. People won't leave them alone, and I guess we will invite him up to the studio because we know he'll be up there anyway.
Oh, most definitely. You know, that's one thing he said. He wants to stay and enjoy the great old-time music, and it really keeps you young. And I think he's a perfect example of that.
Well, he's done that for so long, I don't know how he could ever keep away anyway. But maybe we better get back to some of this. In the meantime, if we get cut off here before we're done, say it's been a great evening here. I hope you've enjoyed this 1 hour show that we've never had on before. We're going to do everything we can to make it as great for you every Saturday night as it is for us putting it together.
Most definitely. Good night, folks.
It's time for me to say good night. Good night. Thanks so much for your company, and we'll see you again in the very near future. So long now.